And we're live. Hopefully nothing's going to go wrong this time. Nothing's going to go wrong, please. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed nothing's going to go wrong. Okay, so now I separated this out into its own video just because I don't want my videos to be too long. I don't want you to get bored, and I just thought if you are still interested, you can always just click on the next video. I hope that you find that easier. If you've got any thoughts on that, please leave me a comment. So the A5 Purple Malden, we're going in. I know I've left some of the clips in on the end of the last video, but I'm just going to try and pick up where we left off, which I think was on the diary pages. The diary pages. So I made my own diary pages. I like lots of space. And then I discovered the ones on the Philofaxy website are also pretty good. I will link to those. But these, I just like the space. I think I mentioned that already. I really like the space. However, I think the ones on the Philofaxy page have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so it's 4 days, and then another 4 spaces, but the bottom one's notes. But I'm not sure. I mean, I know I write notes in I sort of write stuff on the back of my to-do lists, but I don't know how I'd get on with that. But I do, because I do quite a lot on the weekend, so I do think it's a bit ridiculous really for me to have such a small space. I don't even know if you can see that. Such a small space for the weekend when my weekdays are so big. So I might have a look at that. I've only printed myself off. I've only designed enough just to get through to the beginning of February, because I'm just trying to settle into the new size and see how that works out. So you never know, I could have 12 months of different layouts. That would be fun, wouldn't it? So you'll see a lot of this in here. It's just where I've literally transferred the pages that I need for my Metropole into here, and to make them fit I have literally just cut the top corner off to make it fit on. Some of them I've bent them over, or I've just torn a little bit off just to make so it doesn't catch, because I was folding them over and it added a lot of bulk just there, and it was a bit, so I had to just rip a bit off or cut a bit off, and they just fit just until I write those things in where I need them to go. Like this page was the last page in my personal size, and it was just things I needed to remember for next year, May and July, February, things to do, and stuff like that. It was kind of finishing off the end of the year, and these little tabs are what I transfer out, so things that happen regularly, so I can just re-stick them on when that's happening. See, this one can actually go there because that's what that is. It's got its place in January because it happens every month, which I will mention in a minute. Actually, I think we're just about to get to that. So there's my diary pages. I did buy this actually. It is an actual genuine Filofax year planner. Now, having given it a bit of thought, I don't think I'm perhaps going to use it for what I intended it for, but it is only January, so I'm still kind of settling in. I'm just trying to work out if I need to use some kind of colour coding or how that's going to work. I will update you on that in due course. Now this one is just a date thing, just so you can see the dates, and I've done last year, this year and next year, because sometimes you just want to know what date it is and what day, so shove that in there. And the to-do pages now, I think I've got quite a few more in here than I did in my Metropole, where I only got 2, but like I said again, it's just a blown up version, so the boxes aren't the same size as they are in that one, they're bigger, so they've still got as many places as you see by my to-do list. There's no way I would fit everything on, because I've got more things on the list than there are boxes on the page. So I have the same sections because it's just transferred over, and I've added a few new tabs a bit further to the back. So what I want to do, I think I said at the beginning of this, was just show you them in their new form, and then I will go through these in individual videos, and I feel it's necessary But because this, like for instance, wasn't in my Metropole, so I will tell you about this. This is kind of a colour coding thing. I don't rigidly stick to it, but it is quite handy. I don't remember colours, but the thought of being able to just take the repeating things and re-stick them where I need to is really, really handy. I've never used a red one, but red's kind of an urgent colour, isn't it? So I quite like it. But yeah, so things that happen every month, like there's volunteer meetings I go to, things like I need to run that hot wash on the washing machine that stops it going mouldy smell, do our online shopping, those sorts of things. And because they happen all the time, it's just sometimes it's nice, and you know that when you see a taggy or a flag, it's something, it's definitely in action, and it's definitely something you know that's coming. Weekly things, snack monies to take for my son to take to school and stuff like that. And so they appear throughout the diary pages. So now all of the subcategories are the same in my list section. Oh, but it gives me another opportunity to tell you about these. I'll try and show them actually at every opportunity I can. Here's the first one. I'm not going to show that one. It's the Sites and Passwords page. So you can, Mrs. Brimbles pages, print out a little Sites and Passwords one with her designs on, which are so cute. And then I just saw another one, didn't I? There. What is it? The wish list. I haven't actually written on this one yet because my wish lists are massive, so that would be my only gripe. Mrs. Brimbles would just be to make them a little bit smaller so we can fit more on, or I've just got to print more off. That's probably the way it's going, isn't it? I'm a little bit greedy, so I need to kind of transfer that over. There's some stuff on my Filofax wish list that I don't need, I don't really want anymore, changed my mind. And then that is Project Life stuff, which has now got its own tab. So that covered the new stuff in there. And I've got the same quotes that I've had in my Metropole. I've added some new ones. It's mainly the subcategories that get quotes on. So Never Stop Learning, it's the same one as before for the www. But I have added some new ones on the main dividers. It takes as much energy to wish as it does to plan. Now that is obviously true when you look at how many wish lists I've got. And then checklists, I don't have one because in my little thing of, oh look, I've got them here, hold on. My little thing of quotes, it's got loads of the same. This is a K & Company Proverbs to Go. 400 two-sided pieces, so there's loads in here, and some of them do repeat but some of them don't, so I might have hundreds, not hundreds, but quite a few of the same, but then not obviously two of the ones I actually want, which is really annoying. But these are so cute. Some of them are quite inspirational, some of them just really aren't. The customer is always right. History repeats itself. And stuff like that. It's not focusing. And stuff like that. Yeah, so that's where I've got those from. I don't know if you can even get them anymore, but I know obviously K&Co is still going, so you've got a good chance at finding those. They did have different types of them, so that you could get like a whole box of inspirational ones and stuff like that. Anyway, so I will show you those as I go through. So on my home one I had life as a dress rehearsal, but it's not a dress rehearsal, so I've added less is more because I want to try and simplify my life. It's been a very long process but I will get there. Food. He who lives long, oh my god, I'm not even going to bother, seriously. Right, you get the idea. I got quotes, right? A dinner section, again, Mrs. Brimbles, very, very cute. She's got a couple of options on these, I discovered. Some of them kind of repeated them, well, not repeated, but I guess it's all about options, isn't it? I liked this one. So what is it? It's Friday the 10th. I'm having chicken a la king, which is actually funny because we had that last night, so I guess we're having beefy meatballs tonight because that's what we were supposed to have last night. And I burnt a chicken, folks. I burnt a chicken. Can you believe it? My husband sent me an email and he said, "Oh, can you just put it in the oven, on to boil with these spices and things in?" So I did it and then forgot about it, and it boiled dry. So we had smoked chicken in a pot. It stank. It really, 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 really stank. So yeah, my flying section. Now I did mention about Fly Lady in my Metropole video, and I have bought it straight into 2014 with some new laminated dividers. Now I will just tell you why I laminate these, and it is because when I'm going through, and I will just show on here just because I don't have a dry wipe pen to hand, but in here I get a dry, when I've done the thing, I get a dry wipe marker and I just cross it off. Sorry about the lights shining on it. And I will cross it off, and then when it comes around again, when I'm in the next zone again, I can scrub that off. But before I start, actually, I can see what things I didn't do. So when it comes around to zone 1, I know that I didn't. It's not focusing. It says clean and straighten any drawer. Now I know that I need to do that this time because I didn't do it last time. But then everything else can start afresh again. I hope that makes sense. I'm going to do a Fly Lady video completely separately. So yeah, I have bought them into 2014 with some new dividers. These ones are yellow and they are laminated. If anyone has any questions about laminating and how to do it, I do have some tips. Just if you do want to know, ask me in the comments and I will do a video on it. So this is my projects tab. It says add a projects tab on there because it was on the previous bit and I have now done it. So my projects tab in my home section is projects for my home. Would you believe it? Would you believe that's how that works? So basically we've just redecorated our living room, and this is how that idea started off. You can't see, it's just an absolute scrawl of where the furniture and stuff's going to go. And so in order for that happen, we needed to sell some furniture to raise the cash to buy some new bits that we wanted. So I designed these beauties. Now I don't know if anyone's ever sold on eBay and stuff before, tried to sell their stuff, but it's a bit of a pain, and I know a lot of people just give their stuff away, but we really needed to make some money off it to get the new things we wanted. Like we needed some wallpaper, so I designed this sheet, which is basically a really quick way of keeping track of the stuff you're selling. Now I will try and sell stuff for free, so I have got eBay listed, but I've also got Pre-Loved, Gumtree, Netmums, Facebook, Viva Street, Free Ads, Friday Ads and Loot.com, and they're all websites where you can list your items for free. Now I have the best luck on Gumtree, and that's how that came about. So basically it just gives me, I can write down the stuff I need to put in the listing, and I can keep a track of it, so I know like how long it's been listed for, when that listing's ending, and I can just take that page out obviously when that stuff has sold. Now I did say I wasn't going to go into much detail on those, but I just did, sorry about that. So my me section on 2014, it says every day of your life is a page of your history. It really is. So we've got health, goals, blog, my YouTube, new for 2014, and Project Life, again new for 2014. So they are the sections in my me. Because I haven't really written it. I haven't written a lot because I've been moving things around, and I'm just kind of redoing the way I do a few things. So in my goals, I have a goals section, but I do have my goals book at the beginning. Now the reason why it's orange is because, as far as I'm aware, orange is the colour that represents change. So that is why I've chosen those colours. So I have a goals book. I'm not going to show you it for two reasons. One, because it's going to take too long, and I'm really conscious about making long videos, and second, because I don't know if I want to share some of my goals, and I will tell you, I can tell you in another video how I go through that process, but if you don't already know, and I can share that a little bit more and it is quite interesting. It's the time of year for making goals and decisions and doing shit and stuff. Yeah, rock on. Blogging, so a few bits about my for my blog on there, and YouTube, video requests that I've already got, and ideas and stuff that I'd already planned out for what I want to do. Project Life, this is a new tab in this one. So I discovered Project Life last year, and I'm not supposed to be going into detail, am I? I found Project Life last year and I'm doing that this year. If you don't know what it is, go and check out beckyhiggins.com and find out. That's my cat, folks. Oh, she's so stupid. Yeah, go and check out beckyhiggins.com. I'm going to put the link in and you can go find it. I am going to do a whole video on that because I will be showing my albums and stuff as I do them. And then my money section, like I told you, I think I showed you, did I show you that? Yeah, I did. I told you about it in my other one, but I did not have these little beautiful inserts. Again, Mrs. Brimbles, really, really, really cute expenses spending list. I'm finding that quite useful. I do like how big the lines are as well. You can really fit, I write quite big, so you can fit what you need to write in there. It's just the filling it in part I need to get into doing. Now just excuse me because I've just noticed my cup of tea, folks. Cup of tea. It's getting a bit cold. And I don't want to waste that because I don't get to drink that much of it. Okay. And the people tab is exactly the same except with a little twist. Just a little twist. I've added a birthday section. Again, two reasons. There's got to be two reasons for everything. Firstly is because I kind of did have that in my last one. I did talk about this. I do have it, and I'm rubbish at remembering things. But now, Mrs. Brimbles, would you believe it? She's made an insert. So I've got no excuse now, have I? I've got no excuse. So she does it on 2 pages. I could print them back to back, but I didn't want to, so I printed them side by side for the year, so I can add them as I wish. And obviously I write in friction pen, so if I decide I don't want to send someone a card anymore, I can just rub it out. Easy. So that is my purple Malden. Now you can help me, anyone out there. I don't like the way it just ends. I would perhaps I could put my clear page at the back because it gets a bit scuffed. Or do I just add just a square, quite a thick piece of card just to protect that, because that always gets bent round the rings. Do you know what I mean? It gets bent like that and then you kind of close it and it goes all a bit weird. So how can I keep that rigid? Question for you. How can I sort that out? And then this one comes with a huge, can you see how big that is? It's almost as thick as the pen, look. A huge notepad, loads of writing space. I do use the pads actually, so that's really, really, really handy. Yeah, so this is my purple Malden. Loving it, really, really loving it. I'm still settling. Obviously, there's loads of sections. It's the beginning of the year, so there's always going to be loads of things to add. I was just talking to somebody on the Filofax lovers Facebook page about A to Z inserts for my address page, but I've just had a bit of a revelation about that. I'm gonna do another video on it. I've had a bit of a revelation. That's going to change. So stay tuned on that one. So if you liked my video, please click the thumbs up. And if you want to see more from me, please subscribe to this channel. All your questions and send me your love in the comments. And yeah, we're all good. I'm off to drink my tea and edit this video. Thanks for watching. Bye.